Career choice presentation, interpreter translator. Job description. Convert concepts in the source language to equivalent concepts in the target language. Compile information, such as technical terms used in legal settings, into glossaries and terminology databases to be used in translation. Speak, read, and write fluently in at least 2 languages, including English and one or more others. Relay the style and tone of the original language. Manage work schedules to meet deadlines. Render spoken messages accurately, quickly, and clearly. Job duty. Interpreters. Interpreters convert information from one spoken language into another, or, in the case of sign language, interpreters between spoken languages and sign language. The goal of an interpreter is to have people hear the interpretation as if it were the original. Interpreters must usually be fluent speakers or signers of both languages because they communicate back and forth among the people who do not share a common language. There are 2 common modes of interpreting: simultaneously and consecutive. Job duty, translators. Translators convert written materials from one language into another language. The goal of a translator is to have people read the translations as if it were the original. To do that, the translator must be able to write sentences that maintain or duplicate the structure and style of the original meaning while keeping the ideas and facts of the original meaning accurate. Translators must properly transmit any cultural references, including slang and other expressions that do not translate literally. Translators must read the original language fluently. They usually translate only into their native language. Nearly all translation work is done on a computer, and translators receive and submit most assignments electronically. Translations often go through several revisions before becoming final. Translation is usually done with computer-assisted translation, CAT tools, in which a computer database of previously translated sentences or segments, translation memories, may be used to translate new text. CAT tools allow translators to work more efficiently and consistently. Interpretation and translation services are needed in virtually all subject areas, although some interpreters and translators do not specialize in any particular field or industry. Many focus on one or several areas of expertise. Types of interpreters and translators. Conference interpreters, guide or escort interpreters, health or medical interpreters and translators, legal or judiciary interpreters and translators, literary translators, localizers, sign language interpreters, trilingual interpreters. Work environment. Interpreters and translators held about 63,600 jobs in 2014. About 1 in 5 were self-employed. The industry that employed the most interpreters and translators in 2014 were as follows: professional, scientific, and technical services, 30%. Educational services, state, local, and private, 25%. Healthcare and social assistance, 13%. Government, 7%. Salaries. The median annual wage for interpreters and translators was $45,430 in May 2014. The median wage is a wage at which half the workers in an occupation earn more than the amount and half earn less. The lowest 10% earn less than $23,570, and the top 10% earn more than $91,800. In May 2014, the median annual wage in the top 4 industries in which interpreters and translators work for as follows: professional, scientific, and technical services, government, educational service, state, local, and private, healthcare, and social assistance. Salaries. Licenses, certifications, and registrations. There is currently no universal certification required for interpreters and translators beyond passing of the required court interpreting exams offered by most states. However, workers can take a variety of tests that show proficiency. For example, the American Translator Association, the National Association of Judiciary Interpreters and Translators, the National Association of the Deaf, Registry of the Interpreters for the Deaf, U.S. Department of State, International Association of Conference Interpreters, Certification Commission for Healthcare, interpreters, associate healthcare interpreters, certified healthcare interpreters, the National Board of Certification for Medical Interpreters. Education and training. Education. The educational backgrounds of interpreters and translators vary widely, but it is essential that they be fluent in English and at least one other language. High school students interested in becoming an interpreter or translator should take a broad range of courses that focus on English writing and comprehension, foreign languages, and computer proficiency. Other helpful pursuits for prospects include spending time in a foreign country, engaging in direct contact with foreign cultures, and reading extensively on a variety of subjects in English and at least one other language. Through community organizations, students interested in sign language interpreting may take introductory classes in American Sign Language and seek out volunteer opportunities to work with people who are deaf or hard of hearing. Beyond high school, people interested in becoming interpreters or translators have many educational options. Although many jobs require a bachelor's degree, majoring in a language is not always necessary. Rather, an educational background in a particular field of study can provide a natural area of subject matter expertise. Education and training. Training. Interpreters and translators generally need specialized training on how to do their work. Formal programs in interpreting and translating are available at colleges and universities nationwide and through non-university training programs, conferences, and courses. Many people who work as interpreters or translators in more technical areas such as software localization, engineering, or finance have a master's degree. Those working in the community as core or medical interpreters or translators are more likely to complete job-specific training programs. Important qualities: business skills, concentration, cultural sensitivity, dexterity, interpersonal skills, listening skills, speaking skills, and writing skills. Job outlook. Employment of interpreters and translators is projected to grow